Well, good morning, family. It is 3 minutes past the hour on this 18th day of July. As we start making our way toward the end of July, the beginning of August, it is Freedom and Fun Friday. Yours truly, Joe Dupree, in the building from 100 BLK, the Black Station. You can catch me at www.the100blk.com. It is Happy Friday. Woo! We made it through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday is finally here, the beginning of the weekend, baby. And if you are on the Gulf Coast, which that's where I'm at, it is rain, rain, go away. Please come back some other day. I know a lot of people are out there trying to end up their summer vacations, those who can do it. And the truth about the matter is, the weather has not been cooperating with any of us. Any of us. If you're on the Gulf Coast, these beautiful beaches have seen nothing lately but a lot of rain, 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 and we want that to go away. Speaking of which, if you are out there traveling, be careful on the highways and byways. Keep your eyes on the road. Pay attention. Make sure you got plenty of rest if you're driving to your vacation location, and pay attention to those around you, because I would hate for somebody to wind up going on vacation and not making it back home because of a tragic accident. And slow down. Let me hit you with the loose ends. Slow down. 5 minutes past the hour. I'm never in here by myself. Never. We got the early morning get up, wake up crew. Early morning get up, wake up crew. We come in here and give you 1 hour of power to get you up, wake you up, get you going, get you flowing, get your day started, telling you that today can be a great day. And it's always a great day when it is Friday. So good morning, everybody. Take time out, share this with a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend. Speaking about beautiful weather and beaches, like I said, I got the early morning wake up crew in here with me. Y'all put your hands together down in MIA, the cleanest brother I know, Dapper Dan himself, brother Bowtie. How you doing, my brother? Good morning.
Good morning, Scarlett. Hope all is well with you, man. I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
Hey, it's another beautiful day. It is the weekend, baby. What y'all got
Yeah.
going on in the Miami area this weekend? Talk to me.
Uh, I got to give a shout out to my friend Dunn. She's having this event called Pink Summer Smoke. You got to check it out one year, Joe. It's
Ooh-wee.
pretty much everybody wear pink, it's different shades of pink. Sometimes people wear a little tan or brown, but pretty much you smoke cigars, you learn events, and it's a very up class, elegant event. Very, very beautiful. Oh my God, very beautiful. Women be happy to see the man walk in with pink and stuff like that. But besides that, they have a art festival down here in Coconut Grove, so they got a couple things going on this weekend. Despite the rain, it's supposed to rain, but I think Miami people don't care most of the time. We used to it.
Don't stop nothing. That don't
Nah.
rain don't stop nothing. Speaking of rain and looking in the green room, I see my sister Jax. We're gonna still keep our prayers out for everybody in the tri-state area, in the eastern seaboard, all the way from Virginia, running all the way really up past New York into New Hampshire and Connecticut. There has been a lot of rain that came there and flooded. I mean, everything. There were people in the subway who couldn't get out the subway. They wouldn't open the subway doors because they were scared it was going to be inundated with water. So y'all put your hands together for the life strategist, the art therapist. Speaking of Arthur, there she is, the lovely Miss Jax. Good morning, Jackie Jax. How you doing this morning?
What's up? What's up, family? I am wonderful. How are you guys doing? Y'all great?
Oh,
Holding
Yeah.
on? That's right. It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. We made it through another week by the grace
woo,
of God. Amen.
woo.
And you
Only
know
by
what?
the
Speaking of that weather, Joe, I want to give condolences. This time in Plainfield, once again, there were two
mm,
ladies that lost their lives in the flood. I heard they were coming back from bingo or something. My husband knew, and my mother-in-law knew them. So they used to work in the school. So prayers out, to those two ladies that perished in the flood. And
yeah.
to everyone else impacted because it's been insane. And these areas are not even known to flood. So it's just been absolutely insane. So prayers up for everyone. And if you don't have flood insurance, get some flood insurance. Because, standard homeowners insurance and renters insurance does not come with flood insurance. So we got to be prepared.
That right. Hold it. And not only that, I got to say something that most black folks here hate hearing. Learn how to swim.
Yes.
Learn how to swim or float. At least
Yes.
learn how to float. Some it saddens me how most folks who are drowning victims are black and brown victims, and the reason why is they don't know how to swim or float.
Yes. Yes. In addition to that, get some life insurance.
Mm,
Because at any point we could be called away from this earth. And
mm.
why not be called away and be able to leave your family $50,000, 100,000, $1 million? That's what everyone else does, and that's how wealth is accumulated and passed down. So we need to get on board and do the same thing, because the same amount of money we'll waste on Chipotle or Five Guys or whatever is the same money that it would cost for you to essentially get a basic life insurance policy.
And it's funny that you say that. It just crossed my mind because I hate seeing people come on Facebook begging folks to buy chicken dinners or begging folks for $5, $10 to donate to help bury a loved one because they were not prepared
Mm,
for leaving. Because as surely as you came here, there will be a day that you leave. And what burden do you leave behind for those who love you when it comes down to sending you home or putting your remains into a place of rest, eternal rest? You know, funerals can cost upward to $10,000 these days. Funerals are not
mhm.
cheap at all, and we're
Yeah.
talking at the low end, $10,000. So, at least for a couple of dollars a month, prepare yourself that you can at least be buried without putting a burden on anybody. And so many of us, sadly, and I say this men and women, so many of us, life insurance ain't the thing. We don't even talk life insurance.
Yeah.
We don't even have conversations about life insurance because honestly, we don't think about generational wealth. All we think about is me,
That's
myself,
right.
and I, and what I got right now, and what I can do right now, and what I can take care of with me, myself, and I. Not understanding if you have loved ones and children, it's not just you, yourself, and I. There is a legacy you leave behind.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
and I believe that's the issue. Most of us are selfish, but as an
Mm.
ex lifeguard, Joe, I have to say this to everybody who's watching. If you're not scared of water, you can literally learn how to swim in less than 10 to 15 minutes.
Hmm.
Now, if you is scared of water, it might take you a couple of hours or a couple of days. But if you're not scared of water, meaning that if you take a shower without panicking, if you can get in 2 or 3 feet of water without panic, you can literally learn how to swim in less than 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
that saddens me how many black and brown people and then we try to play the shell game. I've been noticing in this lately with public policy, and I hate to get into it at 11 minutes past the hour on Happy Friday because this is the beginning of the weekend, baby. And I mean, I just got a funny feeling this weekend's gonna be off the chain. But really, I want to talk to y'all about this. It ceases to amaze me how we try to play the shell game with our people when it comes down to public policy and things going on in our communities. Walk around your communities and ask you how many community centers do you see in your community that has a good pool that is functioning?
Mm.
I can say in the beautiful brick city of Newark, New Jersey, we have several rec centers with amazing pools. We have outdoor pools. We actually have a rec center near me. It's called JFK. And
Mhm.
JFK has the one of the biggest pools in the state. And in the wintertime and in cold days, the roof is closed. But in the
Mm.
summertime and the warm days, the roof opens up so it appears like it's an outdoor pool. And it is a gorgeous pool. They just did a huge renovation. The gym is amazing. The fitness center is amazing. And it is free, y'all. It is
So
free.
so
Then
let
there's another one up the block called
so Jax,
yep.
Jax, let me ask you this. Who is the mayor of your great city?
Oh
Out of
my
curiosity.
God. The
Who the mayor?
illustrious Mayor Roz J. Baraka. And he's
Okay,
doing this thing.
Mhm.
Yes.
okay. So once again, thus goeth the leadership and administration, thus goeth the city. While most of us is frowning and going, we ain't really got a good pool in my city. You might
Hmm.
have to see who you put in City Hall. And better yet, if it ain't somebody like the Honorable Raz Baraka, who is doing
Hmm.
great things for the whole, I say again, the whole city of Newark,
Yes.
then you might start asking yourself, why did I elect this person who only concerned about one side of town and the side of town they're concerned on has a lot of caucasity and has almost no melanated folks in it, but that side of town looks like the Emerald City, while my side of towns look like the
Yes.
place that your boy was hanging on the thing and the crows were trying to get him talking about you can't win.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
fam.
And you know the crazy part about it also with these pools around here, right? So brother Cope, you'll get this part because when I go to the pools to swim, the shallow part or like the little baby, the kiddie part is packed with kids. But the beautiful
Hmm.
side with the lanes and everything is empty. Why?
Empty
Because our
always.
kids can't swim. So they
Yeah,
just want to
always.
splash around and pat the water and bang it on each other and goof off. They're still having a great time, but they
Yeah.
cannot swim. So that is such an unfortunate thing. And also in the city, the mayor has programs where he teaches, where the children are taught to swim. But guess what? Sometimes our parents don't show up to take the kids there.
Yeah.
They'll drop them off at summer camp or make them walk to summer camp, but they don't necessarily go to the additional classes to teach the kids how to swim. So
I
we
have to
have to
say,
do that.
as being a lifeguard for 13 years, most of the time it is the parents' fault that the kids don't know how to swim. The parents have a fear, or the parents don't know how to swim, so
That's
they
right.
don't want their kids to know how to swim. I stay in the city of Miami, so in Miami, we have beautiful pools. All our pools are mostly open 12 months out of the year because
Wow.
we rarely get for all 4 seasons. However, though, the city of Miami, because we have so many lakes, so many creeks, so many ponds, so many oceans, so many beaches, uh, they
Rub it in, why
actually
don't you rub it
offer
in? Rub it in,
they
bruh.
they offer free swimming lessons every
Mhm.
summer. So only thing you have to do is just show up, you, your kids, whoever, and they give you free swimming lessons. But most of the time they don't. And it's also their introduction, so oftentimes when we're introduced to the pool, we only taught to play in the pool. So
Mhm.
we're not taught to actually learn how to swim. Most people only know that swimming just mean that just stand and float in the water, but there's like 6 different swimming strokes that you can learn. But that's how we create Olympians, by teaching them. So out of my 13 years that I was a lifeguard, I probably witnessed probably 3 kids actually swim laps.
Wow.
Now I would tell you
Wow.
something that's very impressive though.
Mhm.
The kids that could swim, man, a lot of these kids are very talented. Like,
Mhm.
I really think that I had stumbled across in my life one of the greatest divers at the pool that I work at. It was called Charles Hadley Pool. It's the only public Olympic sized pool in the state of the state of Florida. I was about to say the state of Miami. The state of Miami. But not only is the only public Olympic sized pool, but it's actually in the middle of the hood, like the toughest hood that
Mhm.
you can go to. But every, like, I ain't gonna say every, but there's a lot of colleges that rent this pool out during those cold
Mhm.
seasons, because Miami folks, once it hits 70 degrees, it's too cold for us to get
Oh
in the
my
water.
goodness. That's
Mm.
crazy.
But
You know,
however, though, a lot of schools come from like New York, San Francisco, and they rent out this pool for like 2 or 3 weeks just to train in and stuff like that. But I have witnessed some amazing talent from my kids, as far as like diving, swimming, those who really do know how to swim. But the ones who don't know how to swim, it be their parents. And even when I used to teach learn to
Yeah.
swim, man, the parents be like, "Hey, why she crying? Man, get my baby out the pool. You about to kill
Yep.
my baby." Nah, I'm just
we
trying to
like I
have
said,
fun.
we don't have a child problem. We have a parenting problem. I never,
Exactly.
everybody tries to
Ring the
concentrate.
bell.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Hold on. I'm just saying we really don't. We don't have a child problem. Children have been the same way since the beginning of time. The problem is the way that they are parent and what they are poured into them to make them become who they become, being who they are later, because you only can be what you see 9 out of 10 times, or what is poured into you. So the problem is we got a lot of garbage parents who are,
Mhm.
I call it, get mad at me. We got a lot of garbage parents who
Mhm.
are garbage in parenting, and that's why these children come out being as ratchet as they are, because garbage in, garbage out.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's
Point blank
right.
period. I mean, you might
Mhm.
get out of 9 out of 10 times, maybe one person can get garbage put in them and come out on the other side and be a good person. But
That's
most
right.
folks, if you put garbage and ratchetness in them, that's what they gonna be. They gonna be what you raise them up to be. If you raise them up to be ratchet and garbage, that's what they're going to be. They're
That's
gonna
right.
have that in them, and it's gonna come out 9 out of 10 times. Like it was once said to me, in every man and every woman, there is a king and a queen.
Mhm.
Mhm.
There is also a fool. The
Mhm.
one you feed is the one that will show up and be the one that is most prevalent in your life and in your relationship. So if you feeding the fool all the time, you go, "Oh my God, every time I turn around, this girl or this guy I'm in a relationship with is acting a donkey." Well, you feeding the donkey.
That's right. That's right. You know,
Mhm.
Joe, it's so unfortunate. Even when my husband and I take children camping, we've taken them camping, even just paying out of our pocket to take, children. And so many times the black parents won't sign their kids up, but all the other races will sign their kids up, but not the black parents. Because what do they say? Oh no, I don't like bugs. Oh no, I ain't sending my
Yeah.
baby out in the woods. And it's kind of like we just have to do better as parents, just straight up like you're saying, Joe, because we paralyze the potential of our children, and we wonder why they get involved in all type of craziness sometimes in the future and develop anxiety, because you have an anxious ass parent and now they're just raising little mini me's. So now you have anxious children with mental health issues and anxiety, and they can't function outside of the scope of their parents. There's no healthy parent child relationship like they think. So it's so unfortunate, like even with my kids, right? And my kids get on me, but they'll understand it when they're older. So there might be a food that I don't like to eat, but I will still encourage my child to eat it. And they
Mhm.
say, well, mommy, if you don't like it, why are you giving it to us? I said, because just because I don't like it doesn't mean your taste buds might not love it. So try it. And then if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. But just because I don't like something, I should never go to my kids and be like, oh, I'm scared of that, or I don't like that. Don't try that. Depending on what it is, obviously for safety reasons. But still, like, they'll be all right. But we got to
Hmm.
Mhm.
put our kids out there and let them try stuff.
I mean, I just said what I said, and I'm not trying to be ugly, so tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm just trying to be truthful. There's been times in my life I wasn't the best father. Raise my hand. So I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to
Yeah,
me too, and I'm trying to talk in a position that we kill some of these generational curses, because some of y'all walk around like y'all Miss Goody Two Shoe and Mr. Goody Two Shoe, but y'all really the gossiping Gussies and the Gus of the ghettos, and all y'all do is stir up mess, start mess, and then point out
hmm,
everybody else's fault but your own. And we got to
that's
stop
right.
that. You got to start waking up in the morning, looking the man and the woman in the mirror, and say, "What can I do to be better for me, my household, my community, my street, and my people?" Because if we all try to be better and strive on being better and strive on helping lifting one of each other up to be better, just imagine where we would be. Too many times we too busy. We like a whole bunch of crawfish in the bucket trying to pull. As soon as one try to get out the bucket, all of us trying to grab each other's tails and pull each other down. No, I want to see some of us get out and win. And not only do I want to see us get out and win, I want to see us come back and get those who are still in the bucket out and win.
That's
Mhm.
right.
And do
That's
it from
right.
the heart. Just do it from the heart.
Yeah, and Joe, I've been working on some RFPs, requests for proposals and some grants and MOUs and stuff over the past week. So I've been totally drained and exhausted and busy
Mm,
doing that stuff, right? So within my grants, I talk about how we got to use a multi-generational approach, because we teach all these children these amazing skills, but then they go back home to a household that's many times toxic. And the skills that we might try to teach them in terms of life skills about anger management, stress management, emotional intelligence, when they go back home and those parents have no clue of those skills and how to employ certain positive practices, they'll discourage their children from coming to the class or even trying to employ those practices because they don't know how. So for me, I'm big on making sure the parents are involved along with the children, not just children coming to workshops, but the parents as well, because the parents are hurt and they need some supports as well, because they don't know any better many times. So it takes
yeah.
people like us to get out there to try to teach them.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, listen, each one teach one, and understand this. No matter how much you say or do, Brother Bowtie is a prime example. I have literally had brothers in my inbox saying, "Hey man, why don't you get with Bowtie and let him along with you?" Because people said, "I don't know." They said it's strange seeing you beside a brother that you look under par dressed, because most folks know me, bow tie, by the way I dress. And I'm like, well, I wake up every morning and I have to work out because I've recovered from an injury and I'm trying to get myself together. So I said, what a lot of folks don't know is I'm first on my face before God, and then I'm next on either on a bike or grabbing some weights to do a light workout before I get on here. But I had a brother, two brothers, and a sister compliment on your dress. And I said it would be good if Brother Bowtie came on here or did his own podcast, which I say I know he talks about bow ties and cigars, but I said where he literally talks to you about fashion, because I said, brother, bow tie clean from his head to his toes. And I said,
Hmm.
I said, we're going to have that conversation probably this weekend and next week, because I said, I'm all about winning and I'm all about other folks winning. And I don't have to necessarily be into winning for you to win. And brother bow tie, I just want to compliment you, man. Like I said, I get inboxes. Hey, that brother with the bow tie,
That
he
man
clean.
bad.
One
Hmm.
brother yesterday asked me, "Hey man, I hate to do this." Ask him, did he make that jacket he had on, or where did he purchase that jacket? Well, I said, Bowtie probably like me. A lot of his stuff, I said, believe it or not, Bowtie and I probably shop about the same. I said, I go to regular retail stores and buy suits. But I have
Mhm.
found a person, big up to Miss
Taylor.
Priscilla. Let me
Mhm.
let me ring the bell. Let me hit the horn. I have a lady named Miss Priscilla who is a seamstress who knows how to tailor every suit I get. So if I buy a regular suit, and some of y'all don't know, these aren't custom suits I'm wearing. These are
Mhm.
regular suits that I took to a seamstress and she tailored the suit to make it look like it was custom. And because she tailors it to me, it does look a little bit better than sometimes the suit you just get from the store, throw the jacket on, and you looking like Herman Monster. Just saying.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Wait, brother
yeah.
Bowtie.
That's actually
I need to know, brother Bowtie. When you're preparing for the podcast, do you lay your suits out like Easter Sunday, where you used to lay your suits out on the bed to see what it's gonna look like, or you just wake up and just
no,
throw something on?
no, I don't. Whether you know or not, I have so many suits, so many sweaters and stuff like that. I literally just get up and say, "Okay, I'm finna put this on today" and stuff like that. I have though my mind is programmed. Is like So the way that I get dressed is very personal to me. This is like my woosah moment, like where I get dressed, I pick out the suit, make sure that the shirt goes with it, the bow tie goes with it, the socks goes with it. So it's like a
Mm,
me coming together, actually enjoying the process. Like it really is a
okay.
process
Mm.
of putting everything together and stuff like that. What to put on for it first. But I don't lay my clothes out the day before. I don't.
So wait, so you mean to tell me, brother Bowtie, you don't have on like pajama pants and slippers right now? You just dressed from the whole suit is on? Okay.
See the
God
pants,
Okay.
the
damn.
pants matching
Yes.
jacket.
God
Okay.
damn. Oh, the boy
Go
I
ahead,
told
brother
you.
Bowtie.
Listen, I know this brother too well. Listen, and so, Frat, I'm gonna say this the best way I can. Man, listen, Frat dangerous.
That's
I
a
straight
bad
dangerous.
man.
Hey, when I'm around him, I know I got to up my game. Last time I saw him, I was in New Orleans. I said, man, look, next time. That's why people were like, hey, man, you kind of, we casually just going down the, I said, we going to holler at Bowtie. What do you mean? Walking in that room looking all kind of not when you sitting beside Bowtie. Come, hey, the brother, listen, you clean, my brother, and I love the way you promote it to other brothers that you can
Mhm.
to do exactly what I'm doing. Let me just give you some simple pointers. I saw a video. Y'all go check out Bowtie's videos where he shows you how to tie a bow tie. He gives
Mm,
you instructions on how to do stuff, and he makes bow ties. Listen to me.
Yeah.
These are handmade bow ties by Bowtie. Bowtie know how to work that Singer sewing machine also. He know how to
amen.
work that thing. And that's something some of you men listen, once again, I know we laugh and ha ha kiki.
Hmm.
Haberdasheries, I know some people out there. I know a guy named I don't know if Bowtie know him. I know a man named Michael Sahi.
Mm.
Michael Sahi. If you talk to TD Jakes, talk to Bishop Paul Morton, if you talk to a lot of these big time evangelicals, there was a time out there that if you didn't have on a Michael Sahi suit and he was doing custom suits and he was slinging them custom suits at
Mm,
about $5,000 a suit.
mm.
Mm.
Guess what? You would call Mike and say, Mike, can you make me a suit? And Mike say, I might can get to you in about next year. That's how backed
Mm.
up.
Wow.
I'm
I
Yeah.
telling
mean,
you,
See,
it's important for our boys to go ahead.
my fashion style comes from my grandfather. I admired him ever since I was little. But this
Amen.
this this man, I be thinking that I still didn't overdo him. But some of my cousins be like, "Nah, you dress better than Grandpa did." But
Oh,
I literally watched my grandfather fish in the suit, like
mm,
wow.
come on
when
now.
Wow.
he walked in the room. What my infatuation with my
Mm,
grandfather, the way that he dressed, was oftentimes when I went with him to get a haircut, or if we went to church, or we went anywhere. His presence will speak louder than any words that he said. And when he do
Mm,
speak, was such a gentleman. Good morning, how everyone doing? And it's like everyone looking like, man, we still admire by the way you look. Like he ain't had to
oh,
say much, but that became my obsession for wearing suits and dressing nice and whatnot. But my fashion mentor is actually Joe said every morning. It's actually Dapper Dan and this guy named
oh,
Mr.
yes.
David Harrows. Yeah, this guy named Mr. David Harrows. He's actually has a suit store. His son has a suit store called Suits Brothers in Virginia. Mr. David Harrows' suit store is called Harrows Menswear. But Mr. Harrows, he's also my suit plug. He
Mm,
hooked me up with a lot of seamstress. Uh, he makes suits for me. Sometimes he give me suits. Sometimes he orders suits for me. But yeah, that's my fashion mentor. But
Amen.
Mm.
it's an
And,
art,
and
and
you
I'm actually in the process of actually writing a book about becoming a gentleman. So it's pretty much the book gonna be titled
Ooh.
"Starter Guide to Becoming a Gentleman."
Mm.
So
That's beautiful. And you know what? A lot of brothers don't realize, and sisters as well, they think that learning how to sew or teaching your boy how to sew was like being a sissy or it's like a girly
mhm,
thing. But there's nothing wrong with it. We need to teach our, like, even my son, he knows how to sew. I make sure he knows how to use that sewing machine, and he knows
mhm,
how, if he has to stitch up a pair of pants or him or whatever, he knows how to thread the needle and tie it all up and hook it up. You got to do that. And also for our listeners out there who might not have the money to even go to a store to buy a suit, just know that you could always go to your local thrift shop,
Come
because your
on.
local
mhm.
thrift shop, you can get a really nice suit, and
Come on.
sometimes it might be tailored, it might even fit your body, and if not, like Joe said, take it and spend 20, 30, 40, $50, get it
You ain't
tailored.
gotta spend
And at
that
the
much, right?
That's right. And at the
Yeah,
thrift shop, many times you
yeah,
can get a beautiful suit for $20. So
yeah.
why not get you a nice suit for $20 and go to a wealthy neighborhood where you know they wear a lot of suits and they always want to switch them out, and get you a nice suit, get it tailored, and look, you look like $1,000,000. You might even look
That,
like Brother Bowtie.
that part. Last but not least, to make it the four corners today, we have sports with my man Elijah Nixon in the great state of Tennessee, in the great city of Knoxville, home of the University of Tennessee Volunteers. Good morning, Elijah. What we got going on in sports this morning, big brother?
Oh man, first of all, good morning. You look at dapper as always, brother Bowtie. Jax, I love the hat. I love everything you got going on. Joe, I like the shirt, but sometimes we gotta get
SU,
we gotta
SU,
get the
baby.
Benedict one, man. We gotta get you right one day. We gotta get you right. But
Right, I got a Rocky tie. I got a whole bunch of I just don't wear 'em. People tired
Yeah.
of me. I got people in my inbox say, "Man, if I see you with another Memphis hoodie, a Tennessee shirt on," and I'm like, "Man, that's my home. That's my home. That's where
Mhm.
I'm from. I live in Louisiana. Don't get me wrong. I love Louisiana, but man, I'm from Tennessee. That part.
but I want to get into your Steelers, man. Your Steelers made finally inked a deal with TJ Watt, signing. He's going to be making $41 million per year, signing a 3-year, $123 million contract. 108 fully guaranteed. That is the highest for a non-quarterback in the NFL as we speak. So,
Mhm.
with that being said, I think is that the final piece to the puzzle of the Steelers probably making that run to the Super Bowl in San Francisco in February? I think so. I think that this proves that Mike Tomlin is going to have to put together something besides a winning season, because
Mhm.
he just wins and get to the wild card. Oh, he just
Right.
wins, but no,
Mhm.
now the time the pressure's on, the oven's cooking, and he got to deliver. He got to put on the table a batch of brownies for everybody to enjoy, because this is a Super Bowl team, and he has to
Hey,
put it
bro.
out there and go win it.
Do you look at who we got, man? We got them 2 boys from Miami.
Uh huh.
Now we got TJ. TJ gonna knock the stuffing out you. Then we got DJ Metcalf. Hold it, man. Listen, listen. It's gonna be some. Everybody still got that video where they got Metcalf chasing folk down, just snatching folk down. Come on, man. Listen, and the regality. I just got to put it in there, bruh. I just believe there's some regality in some of this, bruh. I just believe. I truly sometimes sit there and go, man, this got to be rigged. Ain't no way that this situation went down the way it went down on this game. It's got to be one of the games I call the biggest regality of all times. How many people remember the Patriots and the Falcons in the Super Bowl?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Every time I go back and watch that game, I go, man, if this ain't regality in the best form of regality, I mean regality, straight regality. Man, my homeboy from back home, Cedric Muse. Hey, said. Now said, hey, said clean too now. Said clean too now. Don't think, woo, said clean too now. Hey, it's regality, bruh. There's a
All
lot of
right. So
regality in some of this.
now, while you got that going on, Rashi Rice, who got in trouble a few years ago now, from a car accident. He just got up and walked out. He got into a hit and run on the highway. His guys got out the car. They walked away.
Yeah, that was in Dallas. Wasn't
That
that
was
in
in
Dallas?
Dallas. The
Yeah.
receiver for Kansas City, he walked out. They finally sentenced him yesterday to 30 days in jail, 5 years of probation
Mhm.
for that car crash. but he's going to be only suspended for a couple of games in the NFL. Did the league get this right? I know that sometimes people talk about, hey man, he shouldn't be in the NFL because of that or something that happened. Um, but did they get it right by giving him 30 days in jail, 5 years of probation, but he also is probably going to serve a multi-game suspension? Because last year he did play, knowing the situation was still pending, but now that things did happen, and he got a little slap on the wrist. Um, do you think the NFL handled that right?
I don't know. In Dallas, man, 30 days in jail, depending on what jail they put him in Dallas. Hey, bro, the NFL gonna do what the NFL does. Once again, it is a business. Many a times we should protect our brand and our business like the NFL, the NBA, and some of these organizations do. Instead of us sitting here talking about it, we should observe and protect our brands, our names like they do. Because they're gonna do what is in best interest
That's
of
right.
the
Yeah,
business.
I think the NFL got this one kind of wrong. And I actually had this conversation yesterday on my Twitch on my podcast. I think two times we involve ourselves in people' personal lives too much. You know how I
Mm,
personally see it. Like, say for instance, like if I hired you, Elijah, if I hire you to make bow ties and you know how to make bow ties, then that should be my only concern. I shouldn't be able I personally, how I feel, and morally as well, that I shouldn't be able to punish you because you have a wife or you have two girlfriends or you gay or you speeding or you smoke cigars when you're off work. Or I think we have an obsession with getting involved in people's personal lives and personal issues, forgetting that they're human. And it's the same thing if you're a congressman, a congresswoman, or a community activist. It's like we want to be in your personal life. That way we can know how to destroy you or cancel culture you or stuff like that, you know.
Right.
So I think the NFL, it wasn't no, he was the one like in the car. The whole entire team or the organization or the
Mm-hmm.
NFL wasn't in the car. So that's his own personal life that he had to go through. That's his own personal issue. So I don't even think he should be suspended, whether or not. I think he should do his 30 days, come back, and go back to work and do the job
mm,
that he was hired for.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
What about you, Jack?
That's
I
a
mean,
Facts.
the NFL suspends people left and right. You know what I'm saying? So, depending on what the situation is, I know. Remember, Josh Gordon kept failing drug tests, and they
Hmm.
decided to just eventually they tried to help him and put him in rehab. If you remember that, they tried to put him in rehab because he kept failing. So they suspended him for a season. And this first they suspended him for a couple games, and they sent him for like multi games. And then they suspended him for a season because he just couldn't. He just kept failing drug test after drug test. And Josh Gordon was on the trajectory of being, a top tier
Mm-hmm.
receiver that we could talk about for years. But then, the NFL just got to protect their brand, like you said.
Yes.
It's just the way
Nah,
how
nah.
it is.
I think the president of the Players Union Association, I think instead of every off season them going to hang out and party or whatever, I think they need to partner up with the NBA Players Union Association and show them that hey, look, the players is the one who actually have the power. Let's show you guys how we going to do this and what we structure this. Uh, so I just think that it's too much control. Like like the owners and Roger Goodell, they have too much control over the players, and the players they be scared to do a lot of things. Like you'll never see an NFL player get endorsed by a beer company or alcoholic beverage or a cigar or tobacco company because that's how they have it. But you could see an NBA player do it because it's like, nah, it's our brand, our money. We the player association. This is how we gonna do this. Y'all not gonna control any and everything about us. Like
Mm-hmm.
y'all want us to play this and do this, we gonna do that for y'all, but we still gonna be ourselves or something like,
But
like that.
there's
And
a,
I think
there's a
from my understanding, if I read this last year, LeBron James, Russell, is like 15 players. They actually fined one of the NBA coaches for disrespecting one of the players or something like that at practice or whatnot. They find out about it, and I was like, hmm, the coach can get fined by the
I mean,
players.
I, I mean,
This
I
is
mean, but
interesting.
but but
Mm-hmm.
but but hold on, brother Bowtie. We belong to an organization. That conversation come up all the time.
Yeah, the
Who
fines.
can
Oh
find
my
who
god.
can find who can discipline who can check who. And at
Mhm.
the end of the day, let's just be real about it. I love accountability across the board. and I love equal treatment under the law. Let me say that again. I love equal
Mm-hmm.
treatment under the law. So if one person can be punished for a crime, you should be able to punish the other person for the same crime. And just because of the zip code that they live in, the house they live in, the car they drive, or the amount of money in their bank account did not change the penalty for the crime.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Too
well,
many times in America, it does.
Yeah.
what I was going to say to that, like, I agree with you as much as possible, brother Bowtie. With the NBA and the NFL got to come together, but the difference between the NFL and the NBA, nobody's bigger than that shield in the NFL. There's
Mm.
nobody bigger than that. As you can see, Colin Kaepernick try to take a stand. He ain't never get a chance to come back. Now,
Yeah.
when the NBA did the Black Lives Matter, when nobody came out, as you can see, the next day everybody was cool. They could play. When the NFL put like the Jerry Jones, so anybody who's going to take a knee with the Cowboys when all that stuff was happening,
Yeah.
you remember that they was not. They didn't even show Dak Prescott. That's how serious it was. They went around the whole sideline showing everybody. They didn't even show Dak Prescott because Jerry Jones is going to let you know that if you want to play for the Cowboys, you want to honor what he says and what he's going to put out there final. And that's all
You
because
gonna respect master.
yeah,
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
but
all.
and look
hold on.
what they
Hey,
did to
hold on.
Kyrie.
Before
Look
you
how they.
say this, Jax, I'm gonna say this. Hold on. Brother Bowtie had a point there, but I want to really say this. Once again, we've got to observe the models of solidarity amongst certain people, individuals, and organization, and we need to start mimicking that. Because watch this,
Mm-hmm.
them owners stand together. Jim
Mm-hmm.
Crafts, the Jerry Jones, these Russian oligarchs that own these
Yeah.
football
Ross.
teams,
Yeah.
they stand together and they stand shoulder to shoulder to say, if we cutting checks, you're gonna do exactly what we tell you to
Yep.
do. And if not, then you ain't gonna get the check cut. So if you want a CTC cut the check, that's it. And watch this. They're very precautious on how they let people come in with full ownership that can rock that boat they got. See, we come in with partial ownership, some ownership. We get Magic joins together with these folks, but they don't come in with that full ownership like a Jim Kraft or a Jerry Jones. So Jerry Jones said, "Ain't nobody half owning the Cowboys. I own the Cowboys." With who? Who else? Who else owned the Cowboys? Anybody else in here a owner of
Mm-hmm.
the Cowboys? No, these my Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's still just nothing but the plantation. Because look, like I said, look how they did Kyrie. They
Mm.
had Kyrie. Because Kyrie, tweeted or whatever a movie, and because Kyrie is who he is, Kyrie understands who he is. Kyrie's kids have Hebrew names. Like Kyrie understands his culture, and because you share the truth of our history, now you try to make him get canceled, and then make him go to like Jewish sensitivity classes, and he's like, wait a minute, I already know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all know who you are? But they
Let,
still,
let me let me
it's
ask this
crazy.
question. Let me ask this question with as many times as Caucasian folks, and I'm gonna call it out. And I ain't trying to be
Mm-hmm.
prejudiced. I ain't trying to be ugly. Please rewind the tape and play it back for everybody in politics I work for, because I would say it to their face. Let me understand this. As many times as white folks has called us the N-word,
Mm-hmm.
maliciously, not endearingly, not like we do it. Hey, my nigga, hey, what?
Mm-hmm.
Maliciously.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you heard a white person being ordered to go to some type of cultural sensitivity class over calling a person the N-word? I'll
Mm.
wait.
Exactly.
I'll wait. Show me how many court cases you done seen a white person standing there and has committed a hate crime against black folks,
Mm-hmm.
black and brown folks, that judge slammed the gavel and said, "Oh, by the way, not only am I giving you
Yep.
years, I'm giving you sensitivity classes where you can learn about these black folks you've been talking about." I'll wait.
Mhm.
You
But
don't
wait,
hear it.
Joe, does that class even exist? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Does that
Once
class even
again,
exist?
wait a minute. I don't think so. Here's why. We are not only have they made it comfortable for them to call us the N-word, we have made it comfortable for us to call ourselves the N-word. And many a times, just like Brother Bowtie said a few episodes ago, that is a non-negotiable. If a woman will jump up and call you, I ain't dating you. I ain't dating.
Mm-hmm.
If you see me as the N, I cannot date you. I cannot
Mm-hmm.
date you because
Okay.
I am not that. There's a lot of stuff I am. That is not one of them.
That's right,
Yeah.
No,
Joe.
I do agree with you.
Elijah, just to show you what I was trying to say, uh, as a businessman, and I done been around people who actually own big businesses. The business owner, he is the head man. But if you have a staff, say for instance, like if you own a big business and you have 100 staff, and they make sure that your product is created, whatever you have is created, and they make you stay a big business or help you be a millionaire billionaire. Yeah, you the man in charge. But when these employees start complaining about the bathrooms being dirty, their wages and stuff like that, yeah, you can say I can replace them. But what if you replace all 100 people with someone who don't know how to do a job? So now you got to dedicate 3 or 4 years to someone who can teach you how to do the job. So what I'm trying to say is, that if you use your power, this is what the union known for. If they use your power right, you could get things done. So you mentioned something earlier about the NFL with the Black Lives Matter. You know how Jerry Jones and there was a couple of other coaches told players not to do something. And I was ain't gonna lie, I was heartbroken. I had a cousin and 3 friends who played in the NFL during the situation. And then one of them did an interview. And they was always saying, all of them said the same thing. Yeah, man, you gotta be cautious. You might destroy your brand or who you are. Well, all of them retired right now
Mm.
and they ain't no millionaires. I mean, like they millionaires, but they ain't like they didn't. I don't think none of them made over $70 million, and that's not hating. But when you look at the NBA, when it came to Black Lives Matter, this is where your power come in at. The whole entire NBA, every single team wore a what Black Lives Matter T-shirt.
Mm.
That's the power right there. When they had HBCU week in the NBA, the whole entire NBA teams represent the HBCU team. So the thing is, the NFL Players Union Association, they don't know how to use their power, and they think that they don't got no power. They still act like the elephant at the zoo. They still think that because they chained to a stump, that they can't go nowhere, not knowing that they're powerful than the stump that they chained to.
Mm,
You're
I
right. And
agree.
mm.
I
you know
agree
what the
with
crazy
Woo,
part
that was
is?
deep.
Many
That was
many
deep.
times in the NFL and NBA, they'll do stuff for a moment, but not a full movement. You know what I'm saying? They'll put on a
Mhm.
shirt or they'll stand up for that moment. But in terms of creating a movement to say this is what we will stand for and this is what we won't stand for, we don't do that enough because we're so busy sometimes worried about the money. So we have to really try to figure out what's best. And you talked about the
Hey,
zoo. Do you realize, like in 1958 in New York City at the Bronx Zoo, they still had black folks in cages, and they still had
In
black
the
folks
zoo.
still
Yeah.
there at as a for the petting zoo in 1958.
Hmm.
So you know the people that even organized that were wealthy, still are wealthy. They passed down that generational wealth, and their kids obviously still are wealthy, and they're still racist. And they still walk amongst us, and they still hire us for the NBA, the NFL, and all these other jobs. But they still have that same mindset. So
I
we got to
mean,
do stuff more for a
we
movement.
we've got to pay attention to understand. First of all, many of us don't understand what Jax just said because many of us aren't concerned about what happened in 1958 because we wasn't around in 1958, and we don't understand how far removed 1958 is from 2025, and it's not really that far removed, and we don't
My
understand.
dad was 8 years old, Joe. My dad was
Uh-uh.
born in 1950. He was 8 years old. So at 8 years old, my dad could have gone to the zoo to see his brothers and sisters in the cage.
Hey,
It's
so
crazy.
with that being said, also we don't understand how this philosophy is not only passed down through teaching, training, but it's literally in one's DNA. You know,
Mhm.
certain things are in your DNA.
That's
Certain
right.
certain certain if your children like certain foods, it's kinda in your DNA because it has been cultivated for years that your palates are literally DNA made to like these things. So we have to pay attention. Like I said, sadly, and I say this because I love brother Elijah. He's the youngest one of us who come in here, and he does an excellent job. And when I say excellent, I mean Elijah is an excellent sports journalist. Excellent.
Mhm.
Be exact.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I'm very mad that I'm not in the position I used to be at ESPN Radio. Because if I was, Elijah would have a spot. I promise you, I would
Amen.
find a spot for Elijah.
Hmm.
But once again, we have to pay attention. And too many times, what I'm trying to move forward and tell folks, 48 minutes past the hour, 12 minutes to the top of the hour, is y'all got to stop just walking through this thing with blinders on as if ain't nothing going on. You can be laser focused to your purpose, but understand around you, there is a lot going on. And if you don't pay attention, you may reach your goal, But trust me, there's a lot of folks around you who are losing their lives, who are catching hell, and at least you could be courteous enough to stop along the way and say the following, "Excuse me, I understand that my position, my money, my brand is important, but that's not right."
Hmm. That's
But that's
right.
I
so
have
that's
a
and
I have a
and
question for you, Elijah. Did you watch the ESPYS?
a little bit, yeah.
What did you feel about the? I seen it last night. It was kind of trending topic in one of these sports shows that I'm in. How did you feel about the Caitlin Clark joke about when she retired from the WNBA, she's going to move to Atlanta so she continue to fight black women?
Yeah, I
Dang.
seen
You think
that.
it was too much or?
No, I just think it was I think it was a joke because he said something about Shador too. He went to the black
Mhm.
and he went to the white. He didn't call nobody the N word. Didn't do anything. And Kayla Clark, don't get me wrong, it's a predominantly black league in the WNBA, so she's gonna be fighting
Yeah,
a lot of black women. It's not gonna be like that. But if you
yeah.
see that,
I was on her side last night. I was like, nah, I don't think he did too much. I was like,
I
yeah,
you know,
he didn't do too much. He didn't do
listen,
too much. It's
yeah,
just a new.
mark it down, Elijah. When she walk in there with that brother and that black baby, y'all, the whole game going. Yeah. If you notice, they are not talking about anything when it comes down to Caitlin Clark's personal life. Okay, pay attention. Pay
Mm,
attention.
I think that with how our society is now, everything is so sensitive. Because it's a truth in every joke. Like every
mhm.
joke that's made, there's a truth. I
Yes, sir.
mean, to be honest with you, with the Will Smith situation when he said the alopecia joke, I mean, Jada did lose her hair. There's a truth in that joke. He just took that the wrong way and smacked him. And I agree with Will Smith for smacking him. But there's a truth in every joke because if you lie within a joke, then nobody's gonna get it and they're not gonna think it's funny. But there's a truth to something because they're like, oh yeah, I can see it. Ah ha ha, a he he. So at the end of the day, like I just think that some people just take stuff and blow it out of proportion. Caitlin Clark is in a predominantly black league, so she's
Mhm.
going to be fighting and competing against a lot of black people. And it's not just her. Breonna Stewart's going to do it. Paige Beckers is going to do it. A lot of these other girls are going to do it. So it's just norm. I just hate that sometimes they take that and they want to pull the race card out of it. Because I mean, you can say something about Angel Reese, like at the end of the day, like yeah, like it's gonna happen. It's just RG3 takes it too far. Bob, I'm sorry, takes it too far. That's the difference between Bob and someone like you could. It's jokes everywhere. If you're on that platform, a
Mhm.
comedian, a spectator, or somebody that's in their mama basement on the keyboard is gonna make a joke. They're gonna do it. So that's the way of life. Like it's gonna
Mhm.
happen. They're gonna make a
People
joke
don't
about
have thick skin like they used to, Elijah. Back in the
no.
day, if we think of, Joe and Brother Bowtie, some of the comedians from back in the day, some of the topics and stuff that they would say, it was hilarious, but it was still some truth to it. But you have a comedian say some of that stuff now, oh my God, they are canceled, shut down. You know, it's crazy, crazy. People need to just let it go. It's not that deep.
And they used to
Hmm.
go back and
And
forth. Bernie
laugh.
Mac used to go back and forth with the crowd. Martin Lawrence used to go back and forth with the
Yeah,
crowd. Like,
Oh,
and they were saying some stuff that you're like, whoa. But at the same time, they know that it's a comedy. It's a
it's
show.
comedy. Yeah,
It's
it's
a show.
comedy.
It's not like malicious. Like they want to fight you. I don't think so. They don't
Yeah.
even know the person.
Yeah, I mean, even Joe,
man,
back in the day, Rodney Dangerfield, Andrew
come
Dice
on now.
Clay, you
Come
know what I'm
on.
saying?
Come
Richard
on. Come on.
Pryor, like,
Come on. Hold it. Let's
Red
let's
Fox.
just be real. And I'm about to say something that I know my inbox is gonna be full. But here's the problem. A lot of us men done traded in them briefs and them boxes for Victoria's Secret.
That's
A lot
right.
of y'all, that's what y'all wearing underneath y'all
Some
pants.
Ponties,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
Bunted Boys.
Y'all wearing some straight Vicky underneath them pants, man. That's why. And on the other side, some of them women done traded the Vickies for they over there in the Hanes section. They
Yep.
got more boxes. They got more boxes than we got. And you sitting there going, man, what the hell? What the
Yeah.
hell? What the hell in Barry? What the hell in handbasket,
Mhm.
man? Come on. Come on. All right,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
8 minutes. 8 minutes. It's Friday. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for the weekend, baby. We have had a
Yes.
great week and we've had a lot of fun and we've had a lot of great conversation. Next week, I start bringing them back, bruh. The interviews are coming back. We're gonna start off with Shay Universe. Y'all better Google her, Shay Universe. I'm telling
Mhm.
you, remember that name, remember that voice when you hear it, because you're gonna be like, "Ooh, this sister here can sing." I Universe
Nice.
next week, and we're working on some other authors, some other artists that will be coming in here. It's your 1 hour of power. As you get ready to start off your weekend, all I can tell you is if you anywhere and it's raining, be careful. Flash flooding can happen quickly. Like we
I
earlier said, half y'all don't know how to swim. So guess what? Learn how to stay in the house. And if you're in the house and all of a sudden the water rushes your house,
Mm-hmm.
learn how to get to that roof quickly. Quickly. This
That's
may
right.
save your
Joe,
life.
man,
Go ahead, brother
Joe,
Bowtie.
one of you and Elijah cousin just sent me an email. Asked me, can I make a Tennessee Titans bow tie?
Oh.
Tighten that's tighten up then. I ain't a
Yeah,
Titan fan.
Man, my
Tighten up.
cousin.
Tighten up, cousin. Hold it. Tighten up. Now I
I'm
can't
like, he's
stand
from
the Tennessee
Tennessee. That's
Titans.
why I call him
Yeah,
your
hold
cousin.
it.
But
I represent Tennessee, and they all right. They need to tighten up in the Titans now. If they win a
What's
Super
his name?
Bowl, I'm gonna be
I
right.
have a brother. He's a Titan fan.
Okay, tighten up
yeah.
then.
Mhm.
Tighten up.
What's his name? What's his
Loosen up.
name?
Oh, loosen up. Tighten up.
His
Oh
name
yeah,
is
hold it. Hold it. Cedric Muse. Now look, you might need to look at the thread. Cedric Muse, who has a haberdashery in Atlanta called the Refinery, says that you need to put some bow ties in his shop. So you and Cedric is an
for
old
sure.
schoolmate of mine. So I need to get you and Cedric together. So you need to maybe inbox Cedric and give him your number, and y'all need to start communicating where you can get your ties in Atlanta to get them sold. I just
That's
said
what's
what I said.
up.
Got you. Got you.
That's what's
That's how
up.
we do that.
Uh,
Yeah, brother.
And
Okay.
I
you
don't
know,
think
also,
this is your. I don't think this is your brother. His name is Richie Coraco or something like that. It ain't one of our names.
All right. That don't mean he might not be one of us though.
and you know what, Joe? I want to mention you mentioned the flood and about being safe, being that it's going crazy. You know what I ordered yesterday? I ordered. Have you guys seen those things that help break the window in case like your car gets submerged in water? You
Oh,
break the
okay.
window and you could cut the seatbelt with it. Like
Okay.
it's like the size of like a little mace thing. I bought two of them on Amazon, a 2-pack for like maybe like $19, and you're supposed to just keep it in your car in case anything does happen. Because
Mm.
electric window. Back in the day, Elijah, you don't know about this, Elijah. Back in the day, we used to hand crank and roll that
Oh
bad boy
yeah, yeah. I
down.
know about that. I know about that. My uncle used to
Yep.
have a Thunderbird.
Okay. Yep.
I
Yep.
know about
But
that.
but
Yeah.
yeah, so many times people are getting stuck in these cars and they're getting trapped. So I said, you know what? I'd rather get one of these little things and just be on the safe side. So if you guys got to go out and get one, you can get them on Amazon for like $20. So
That part. Elijah, let's get up out of here, man. Tell them about the podcast. Tell them what you got shaking, man. Let's go and enjoy this weekend.
Man, the podcast is on its way. Right now we in a dead period. We talked about we in a dead period, but keep liking, commenting, subscribing. We appreciate it as football season is. I think 6 Saturdays away, 7 Saturdays away
Mhm.
before we kick off for college football. High school football, I think, is a week before. But keep liking, subscribing, commenting on the Fitz Take podcast. You can find it on any listening platform. But right now, I am on the countdown until I get to vacation. I got one more week after this one, so 2 weeks it is that. Therefore, I take a little vacation to go home for a couple of days. So I'm really
Where
just
is home? Elijah, where is home?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
oh,
That's
okay.
where I knew you were from. I tried to tell Jackson to ask me that question. I said, "Where is home?" Connect. Okay,
Yeah.
go on ahead, Yukon Husky. You.
Yeah, yeah. I can't.
Okay.
So I can't wait to go home, see my family for a little bit before I come back down, and then straight dip and dive into football season. So
That part. Jax,
That's
close
dope.
me out, sis. Close me out.
What's up, everybody? If nobody told you they love you today, who love you? Y'all know who loves you. Your girl Jax. I love you. Be safe, be blessed. Love the life you live the life you love, and know that may your reality surpass your dreams, y'all. We always have a lot of, big dreams, and I want to do this and I want to do that. But just let your reality surpass that because we're all capable of allowing our reality to surpass our dreams. So be safe. This evening, sundown to tomorrow, sundown is the Sabbath. So you know where I'm going to be. Get my worship on, praising the Most High. So be safe, be blessed, and have a great weekend. Until next week. Peace out.
That part, brother Bowtie. Give it up, my friend.
What it is, what it ain't. Let's talk about it. Let's do something about it. Brother Bowtie, here I am. Every step forward is worth celebrating. Don't wait for the big moments. Celebrate the small moments. They deserve appreciation and they deserve respect and honor as well. So celebrate every small thing that you did to accomplish where you at today. Hope you guys have a nice day. Follow me on all social media, Bowtie Untied. If you want to support, go to www.brothersbowties.com. If you want to purchase the bow tie cigars. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.
That part, family. I simply say as we make it toward the weekend, woo, be better today on this Friday. Be better today than you were yesterday. Do something today to bless somebody somewhere that no matter what you do, there will be absolutely no way that they could pay you back with an earthly way because you gave it so freely. You released it to them. You wanted to see them better. And that is how you did it. You did it to put a smile on your face, knowing that you helped them be better in whatever they were doing. And always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he will and he can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. On the behalf of myself, Sister Alethea Crimmins, Brother Bowtie, Sister Jax, Brother Elijah, Brother Shine P with the Shine P Experience. We are hashtag Truth Be Told, JD Live. It has been a week, y'all. We up out of here. See y'all Monday if the Lord say the same. We up out of here. Have a good one. Peace.